My name is Lynette. I'm a miracle worker. I'm a minister. Part of my ministry is healing, counseling, teaching, and many things that I have to do. I came into from Texas to move to New Orleans, but I was pushed out. Real mean, hateful people pushed me out of Texas in a way that I had no chance to get on my feet when I went to New Orleans to get into my place and stay I wanted to be. So I went out homeless, but I realized that many people had stole my money out of my bank and other places that I was claiming for to receive it back, but they wouldn't give it to me. So it made me go into an area of sleeping places that I'd never been before. I lived for 17 years in Texas. I'm from New Orleans, from Katrina's situation. I had it really rough in Texas. So it was hard to live there, and they didn't want me to live there because I was a child of God. So I left, and it was rough way to get down to New Orleans, which I made it, but I realized my money was stolen from many ways to the point it put me into an area of homelessness. I kept myself up, just like I took care of myself 17 years with no problem. Took care of my rent ahead of time, took care of my bills, and took care of my lifestyle. I didn't have no problem with taking care of myself until I wound up coming into New Orleans. Many things has changed that I did not know about. So it caused me to not to be able to succeed into the area as what I used to be in a place with no problems of taking care of myself. So I went out sleeping in chairs and benches, just sitting up, trying to get my business taken care of in society of the system in New Orleans, but the system wasn't like it should have been. Everybody came from many different places and took over the system. New Orleans people wasn't there no more. So they kept me from receiving the blessings that I should have received as a New Orleans citizen. I'm always going to be a New Orleans citizen. New Orleans is always in my heart. So I finally came down over different situations from Texas that brought me through. But it caused me to be in places to make it as sleeping in the outside world, sitting on benches, sleeping in chairs, trying to go the next day to see about getting into an apartment, and then find out my money's gone. I'm back where I started, back right there, sitting on benches, sleeping in chairs. Then I wound up sleeping on a porch of a place that had allowed us to be. It was a place that was very nice people that allowed us to be there. I didn't have no choice to be there, but I had to because that was really somewhat the safest place I saw. Being there, I went every day and got up 6 o'clock in the morning, sometime 5, to get to the post office, to go to SSI, to go to FEMA, to get some type of assistance because I was under disability, so I had no choice to be under some type of assistance. I had a problem a long time ago when I had an aneurysm. My child, in 1990, my child Earl was born, and I went to seizures. I learned I had an aneurysm. The doctor knew what I went through. He gave me a medicine called Respizol, name brand, 1 milligram. It wasn't much, but it kept me focused because the seizures I went through from having a leaking vessel caused me to go into seizures. That was my problem. I never had a problem of mind, craziness, or anything that people had put on my medical charts. I just had a problem of being unbalanced and focused So that's what was focused in me. The medicine was very good medicine, no side effects. But when you go into different clinics, they put what they want to put on it. When you tell them what you went through, they put you, since the medicine was Resveratrol is a balancedness of the mind. So the people like doctors that don't have a heart for you, their tendency is to put things that really don't sound good, like bipolar, schizophrenic, manic depression, and all kinds of things that they name. The foreigners put on your chart, the Spanish or whoever that don't really care for you as a black American. So they put what they want to put, even though you tell them that you're not nothing but unbalanced in certain things. You can't focus at the TV, or you can't season your food too good when you're not balanced. That's not violence. That just have to be focused and balanced in your life. It's not nothing to do with bipolar, schizophrenic, and manic depression, and whatever names they put on your chart to make their money from the medicine that they say they want to put you on. But I allowed them to keep me on Resveratrol because it was balancing me. That's all I needed. But they want to put all kinds of names on me through the years because they want to make their money on different pills that they try to push on you. Which I still, with my Resveratrol, 1 milligram is not much of anything. So through the years, I had like 36 doctors because the doctors was giving me medicine that wasn't good. I learned about medicine from experiencing many doctors from being pregnant, and I asked a lot of questions about different things they want to put me on. I made choices for myself because I know my body than anybody. My name is Lynette, if I'm not sure if I told you. My name is Lynette Brown. I don't take the Warren name no more because I learned that he was not right by me and he did not marry me. So I know my true husband, his name is Ronnie Brown. So I took the Brown wherever I could put it at until I get things situated. But time is getting so short, the world is getting to come into a judgment day right now. God is making decisions. He's ending it early. So it don't make no sense to go through all that paperwork. But I consider myself, Lynette Brown, as the husband that God has given me. My chosen husband he has for me named Ronnie Brown. So that's why I chose to be a Brown. But through this time, I've been destroyed by people with rumors of lies. Many people had picked up lies from my past, like a man named Earl Warren. He tells people things that's not true. I took care of many people in my lifetime, and when you accomplish things in life and things get better for you, people get jealous of you. I wrote a book called 100 Ways to Be Like Christ. And people got jealous of that, so they made things bad for me by saying rumors of lies that wasn't so. Things like I raped my child and I was doing things with many men. I was a lesbian, drug head, whatever. I heard it all. But I ignored it because I say action speaks louder than words. When people see me how I am, I'm very nice to them. They don't see me on the street doing anything wrong. But going back to me being homeless out there, trying to make I don't have no home, so I say homeless. But I kept myself clean because I know myself, I'm a clean woman. And no matter where I'm at, I'm keeping myself clean every day so I can go into the world of society. Because when you're not clean, they don't let you in the buildings or restaurants or anything like that. They don't let you come in places. But if they find out that you are in that type of situation, I notice that they have a tendency to treat you just as that, no matter how clean you look. And then I was trying to let people see that you don't have to be unclean to not have a home over you. Have a home or anywhere to live. Is a way to make it. And I made it. I had kind people at Pieton to let me come use their bathroom. And then where I was as taking care of as sleeping wise, I kept myself to myself. At times I had to go somewhere where men was, but I kept myself in one spot to myself, thinking how to get out this situation every day. Many of them didn't want nothing in life. They stood there like it was somewhere to live forever. But I was always getting up in the morning, going to take care of my business, to get on my feet. But by many people came in New Orleans that was not New Orleans people, did not receive from me and made a way for me to live. They was making a way more for Texan people instead of a New Orleans woman that coming back home, that miss her hometown. I was humiliated a lot of times because people were saying things that was true. When I wrote the book, 100 Ways to Be Like Christ, many people had got jealous and caused big confusion after that. Mainly the ones that was in the house with me and so-called friends I thought I had. See, when you're a house person, you take care of your home and your children, they could deal with that. And you talk about God in ministry. I always been in ministry since 3 years old. So they could accept that. But when you make a career out your life and you stepping up in a better environment for yourself, coming to be a leader in your own thing. You took care of this when you took care of that, when you took care of all your children, you blessed people, but now you're doing your own thing. You're looking after yourself. You think about me, and now I have to be what I desire to be in life and what God has chosen me to be. People start getting jealous because they know money is coming and it's going to come in and make a change for you, a better change than being home, taking care of the house and cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, bringing them to the park, taking care of them in school and all those things like that. They cannot receive from you when you make the step out of that area. They can accept you as a person as home, taking care everything but your future for yourself. But now you get into doing things for yourself, they don't want to see that. They know money coming in. Because I desired to be a leader all my life. I was a minister child at 3 years old, so I always loved the Lord, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. I always been saved. I never gave up my salvation. But when an enemy see you take care of yourself like I did in Farm Ridge apartment, I had my apartment for 17 years. I never did without. I kept my rent up ahead of time, and everything was full in the refrigerator. I cooked for myself every day, and I treated myself maybe once or twice a month, as well as take care of my household. But I had the enemy of witches and warlocks and all those things was attacking me in that place. They didn't want me to be a child of God there. I wasn't praying on them. I was just trying to live my life, looking for my future husband to come in my life, as well as to get on my feet with my books and everything God had given me in ministry. But when people see that you're doing good, they don't like that if they're not doing well in life. Texas didn't have no buses, and they didn't do good, the people of Texas. So they hated me because they saw me with a great future. Many people knew my future before I did, a long time ago as a child. So going to New Orleans, sleep in different places, I learned that some men, well, at least one man, he tried to talk to me on the side, and I told him I wasn't interested, doing little saying a few things that he wants to have me walk with, lay on a picnic blanket. I'm not for that. When you're on the street, you don't have time to be worrying about love in the grass on a picnic blanket. you have to get yourself together. I'm not thinking about no man, because my husband, he's my husband, and he's gonna always be if he's up in the heavens or not. Ronnie Brown is my future, and I'm not gonna mess up my future. I'm a wise woman. I'm not foolish for have a little sex here and a little sex there. That's not gonna get me on my feet. I got up every morning, took care of my business, came back that night. But this man, he wanted to, I call him Hat, the Green Hackers. I don't even care about his name. But he kept on coming to the area where I was sleeping at. And he would say things, and then he would try to help me out with this. I said, no, I'm all right. I take care of myself. If you know when somebody want to help you out, next minute think you owe them. So I helped people when I had water, they had food, they want cigarettes, gave them that, whatever they wanted. If I had it, I gave it to people out my pockets. But this person, he wants to tell people because he didn't have his way that I have been with him, tucking on him, all nasty out there, don't do nothing for her because she's this and she that. Now, people know. They don't see me out there laying down with nobody. I be in one area, two areas. If it's over there or it's by myself somewhere else. But it got so unclean on that side where they were by doing their thing with other women and doing it wherever they want to do. It started to be unclean. Seeing dead people dying, I had moved on another area to be safe and to be quiet to myself. I like my privacy. I'm used to being by myself, waiting on my husband for the future. So I'm not interested in laying down on a blanket or anywhere else with a man. If I wanted that, I had like 10 offers for being on the street to come into under a roof with a man that I don't know. I don't chance my life like that. I don't know you're married anyway in my heart. My husband might be going in the heavens, but he's waiting for me. I know my husband, this life after death, if anybody knows. You lose someone in your life, don't think it's over with. They're somewhere, either heaven or hell or somewhere else. Just keep yourself right, have your salvation, and you will see them one day. So don't give up that you're missing somebody, you're upset because you think you're not going to see them anymore. They somewhere up there. They got other worlds that we're going to go into, other life, New Jerusalem, the place where we're going to be at. And other worlds that God has set up for another life and living for people. Plus, if you're not saved, you're going to go to hell. And that's just plain and simple. But I have learned that this man been going out telling people, don't do nothing for her. Talking about me. She's a slut. She's a whore. She's a lesbian. She's sucking on me all the time. But they don't do nothing. Women don't do nothing. And I learned that many men was acting funny towards me. If I had passed them and speak to them, they would look at me strange. I didn't understand why. I said, how you doing? I have a tendency to speak because that's New Orleans style. Speak, how you doing? Good morning, good evening. If they ask for a cigarette, if I have, or if they ask for money, if I have a food or drink, I give it to them if I have a little extra money. I'm not a selfish woman. Sometimes I have very little and I share it. I have a giving ministry. But I don't appreciate that this man had caused a lot of men to believe in this lie. And they know a lot of men, I heard some men spoke up for me. But he's going around telling the same type of rumors that my past Earl Warren and Christina Medina had told people to cause me not to get blessed because they were very jealous. These two people that I took care of very well, plus my children, and I always was a gift giver. I like giving gifts. My ministry is giving gifts too. I'm speaking up because I don't usually speak up things I hear because I really don't care. I feel like action speaks louder than words. And that's not right for you to badmouth somebody because you can't get in the back of the bushes or wherever you're going to bring me. I feel like a man that won't suck, he needs to have a wife that approve of that. And anybody else out there that's not married to him should not do nothing like that with a man. You don't know what that man have. That stranger that have $20, you giving those women a cigarette, a plate of food, and water, and a wrap. And you expect a woman to suck you for that? And so they don't give you sex for a cigarette, a bottle of water, food, and $1? That's not right. That's like hitting below the belt. To feel like a woman should do that. And then he wanted to do things on the porch with other men, with that woman under the cover. The day I had told him off about that, when I found out he was telling people all lies about me and him, I don't even know the man's name. I call him Green Hat because I don't even know him. But he's the mean one. And he mad because he can't have a clean woman in the bushes on the porch with these men. Just being selfish and mean and nasty with himself with a woman. He have other women coming up there undercover thinking they could do something with them. What kind of stuff is that? I feel like if a person, a company, a business that you sleep on their porch, you should leave that off the porch. Drugs and all. Smoking that crack and whatever. That's not for you to do on a porch. That's the business. And then it's smelling on the porch, people coming in that place, and you smell the odor. That is really embarrassing to those people. That porch should be clean after they leave off. They should appreciate those people and find a way to get out of off that porch and get a job. I would have had a job if God didn't tell me not to work no more. I worked 60-something jobs and 36 jobs. So I mean I had more than one job in one job. I'm not a lazy person. I did a lot of work in my time. Hard labor. I worked a hard life. Sometimes you see my hands, they look real like age because of all the work. I use my hands a lot. I'm an artist too. Gifted artist. So I got a lot of gifts I could say I have, but that's the main things. I'm a minister and a prophet and a miracle worker, and part of my ministry healing. And I have many gifts inside that you'll learn one day. But I felt really upset in my spirit that he went out there and caused me to not have blessings by telling people that I was a whore and I sucked him and all this stuff. I never even kissed the man. I don't even know his name. But he used to come around me all the time trying to get me somewhere that he wanted me to be. And he got mad because I wanted to stand up and do it what he wanted me to do. And he feels since he gave a plate or a bottle of water to me maybe one time, but I gave things to him and anybody was on the porch. If I had extra, I'd give it away. Instead of wasting the food, we can't keep food out for a long time. I think he was really awful because I really think what I heard was he told FEMA and all the men around there don't do nothing for her and those women. They don't do nothing for men. What are we supposed to do for you? We're not connected with you. Nah, if they're doing that to you out in the bushes and stuff, that's between you and them. If they fooling to let themselves get a disease from your body because you're not even clean. You don't do that thing outside like that. If you want to do something with a woman, you take them into the hotel or give them a house or car. And that sucking thing is really for a married couple. You don't know what you're sucking on. They got all kinds of diseases. Nobody want to do that. And he got mad because he didn't get what he wanted. Now, he didn't say that he wanted me to do those things, but he wanted to get with me to get that way. But I'm not stupid. I cut him off from the beginning. I said, I'm married, yeah. Nice to meet you. What's your name? And he told me, and then I told him, I said, my name is that. I'm coming, trying to get on my feet. They're taking my money from my bank. I'm having it hard. I'm trying to get on my feet. I'm trying to be steady and get out here and get on my feet back into an apartment or somewhere in a hotel. Because I know life is very short right now, God save me. I'm trying to get in a room, a hotel, until my time is up. I'm a miracle worker. I told them that later, or whatever, I told somebody that. I don't tell them too much about who I am. I just do what I do. don't really tell people what I do. I just do it. But sometimes you have to say it because of how they deal with you out there. 9. He got offended because he didn't have his way. And then we had conflict now and then because he want to treat me any kind of way like he owned everything over there in the area where we at. But I moved from that area. I've been moved away from that area when I saw he was getting violent and mean. And he threatened me with this knife that I sharpened this little pole in front of me with his big knife. Because he was mad because I didn't help some day man on the porch I left. And he was talking about I was wrong, like I was supposed to be the woman up the porch to save the day from a day man. I don't have nothing to do with that man, especially day. It's time to put him in the graveyard. It's time to go. Time is getting short. And you going to tell me I messed up, I did wrong, and going to tell me he going to throw myself off the porch. I don't deserve to be, I ain't want that. And you're not going to handle me like that. I don't know you, man. I don't know who you is. And I don't have nothing to do with you. We never had no kind of connection with nothing. I told you, leave me alone many days. Just leave me alone. Let me be still. Let me think. Because he'll come in and face, what you up to? I said, I'm just thinking, trying to get on my feet. I got things going on with these banks and everybody that's stopping me from getting things. FEMA and all that, turning me in circles. SSI don't want to talk to me. They're not writing me and telling me what I asked them to do for me. Everybody's turning me down. I didn't understand why, but I realized he was telling people not to do nothing for me. I'm not doing nothing for no man. Women out there is not doing right. What we supposed to do right for you? You the man. You're supposed to go out there and get yourself on your feet. You're supposed to take care of the woman, put her in the house. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to take charge and do your thing. And you telling me that this place is your house? Well, you ain't trying to get nowhere. That ain't my house. I'm trying to get off those people's porch and get on my feet. That's where my mind is at. Don't come bother me over here in this corner. I'm trying to get on my feet. And then, I got a place I go and stay all day, listen to music, and use, the bathroom. They let us use the bathroom. They're real kind, give me water. I eat over there. I eat in there. When I have money, I buy groceries. And if I have extra, I give it out. But don't send no men to where I'm located at and try to push them to come on to me like you did. I see the same spirit of him on them. 3 people, 4 people, men did that. And I say, you need to go back where you come from with that, from that Mr. Hat, and tell him to leave me alone. He gonna be in trouble, he keep it up. And they said, Lord, how she know? Because you act just like him. Wants this and want that. I don't have nothing to offer is a lot, but I do offer some things, cigarette, whatever, drink, water, whatever. Here you go. Now keep on walking, because I want to be by myself. I'm not trying to entertain no man. Many of them in Python knows that, because when I go in there, they see me by myself, sitting by myself every day. And then when it's time to get dark, I call myself getting ready to go settle down. Now, what he's saying out there is a lie. Many things he's saying, he's picking up from other women, from other liars. Because they don't want me to have nothing in life. When they can't have what they want, you everything but what they say you are. He's going to get chastised. And one thing I know, he lost his salvation for calling me all those things that I'm not. I'm a clean woman, and I'm not laying down with no man out there to make it. I could have been under roof 10 times from 10 men that asked me to come in to help me. I said, sir, I don't know you, and I'm not taking no chances, and I'm married. But if I was single, I still wouldn't do it, because you just don't go under nobody's roof. You don't know who you're dealing with, a serial killer, rapist, or anything. You don't know that man. But I realized many women had came off the streets, because they had a lot of them out there, and men homeless. People offering their places, but I have to do it this way, because I can't take no chances for myself. I'm married, for one thing. I got to respect my husband. I'm not looking for another man to take care of me. I have to take it in a hard way to get on my feet, because I'm not used to being with strangers. And sure, I want to be under a roof by myself with a man I don't know. And he needs to stop, and everybody needs to shut their mouth, women and men. And every company system like FEMA, SSI, and everybody I have to deal with needs to stop accepting lies of the devil. I learned the devil is talking in their ears, saying things that's not true about me because they know my future is very bright and beautiful and blessed. They know I'm Lynette, the miracle worker, so they figure they could tear me down. They don't want me, rise up. But you know something? Action speaks louder than words, and I always say that. I don't have to go out in the public and say, I'm not a hoe, I'm not a lesbian, I'm not no one to suck on man. Whatever they say is a lie. Y'all gotta hear me out. No, I'm not going there. Because they could see me out there. They don't see me like that with that man and all his men has received from him, and all the company and system had heard that's not true. I don't have no man to take care out here. So would he worry about somebody taking care of him? And he need to take care of himself and get off that porch and go get a job and stop calling that place his house and doing drugs and everything else, having sex on that porch with a woman around those men. That's so awful and disrespectful to a woman, but she disrespects herself like that. She got to live with that embarrassment. But I would never put myself in that situation. So you need to shut up, and everybody else needs to shut up. Ain't no hoe here, ain't no lesbian here, and I haven't had sex with a man since I've been in New Orleans and in Texas. I've been waiting for my husband, Ronnie Brown. That's the man I want to be with. He's clean, he's decent, he's respectful, he loves me, he treats me well. And he passed away, but guess what? He's waiting for me up there. Now that's something I know for sure. Now, all y'all men need to stop looking for women to suck y'all for a cigarette and a plate of food and a bottle of water and $1. Their bodies should be way high over the amount of money that ever exists for that. And especially, you need to put her in a place if you want to do that. That's respectful. Don't do that outside. And people homeless, who got time for that? We need to find money to get on our feet, not to lay down and stay down. So remember that. Stop lying on me here. You lost your salvation. You're going to see this tape. You lost your salvation. Everybody put their mouth on me, calling me a whore, lesbian, and a man sucker, and I've been sucking him all over the place. I ain't touched that man with my lips. And he needs to shut up because I learned he's a punk. And punks hate women. And they talk nasty like that. And he's an ugly one. Y'all have a good day. I'm a wonderful woman if you learn to know me. And stop judging me and you don't know me. Talk to me and tell me who's talking. I can talk up for myself, but I'm not going to go out there by here and tell the whole world nothing. Actions speak louder than words to me. And I'm very respectful. The enemy always beat me all the time. All my life I got beat by the enemy no matter how good I am to them. It's always happened because people get jealous of my positive mind, standing up firm, trying to do what's right. But they just can't see me make it. Pray for me, children of God. I do need prayer because the enemy is out to knock me down and keep me down from getting into a place of stay. You have a good day. I'm the miracle worker Lynette. Y'all take care, and I hope the best for you. God loves you and Jesus do too. Remember that. Keep it in your heart. Don't give up no matter what people do to you.